Anyone care to tell me what's going on? We've seen no other ship land on Saria. Who are these men?
First time seeing a black-tongued girl? Perverted bunch of deviants.
Why do they want to kill Jason?
The Black-Tongues murdered my wife. They want to make sure she stays murdered.
What do you mean?
There's a prophecy. They believe her death will bring them great power. We're seeking the Golden Fleece, Atalanta. That's why we're here. That's why we need a descendant of Hermes.
You're trying to bring your wife back from the dead?
Yes. And as long as I continue, the Black-Tongues will try to stop me. Let's keep moving.
Remind me not to walk around these cliffs after I've had a skin or two to drink.
This place is Mache Seca. Mache Awape. Cursed. Ill luck. Bad things happen here.
It's written in Centaur. Will you read it, Atalanta?
Oa kunka le oblaya weya. The great battle of the bloody plains. Yan apete, yan anepi. 3 days, 3 nights. Centaure et satiro. Centaurs and satyrs. Otto Gazette. Many were the dead. Gelios carved this herm after the battle. Failure. Damn you, Hypnage.
He's been dead for hours. We couldn't have saved him.
I will have that beast's hide. Kichita. I will have its hide!
You know, you're prettier when you're upset.
My friend lies dead, you ass. Show some respect.
I was giving you a compliment. My mistake.
Damn it all. I should have gone with him. I have some blame in his death. I cannot speak the rights. Jason, will you do it?
I could do it for you, but I didn't know him. How could I commend his virtues to the gods?
I'll tell you what you need to know.
Very well.
Then let the gods be witness to these last rites. Hear me, swift-heeled Hermes. Mark now the life song of Phalion, fallen scout of the Nasiros. Atalanta, speak of the life and virtues of the fallen so that the gods may hear.
Phalion was a brave scout. When others were unwilling to venture into the jungle, he would always volunteer. He was a great singer of songs. His voice would cheer the village, even in our darkest times. He was a loving son. He helped Gelios in his work as Lorguard, and sought medicine for his father, at great risk to himself. And Phalion had a mind for strategy. He helped Nessus form our plan to turn back the satyrs on the bloody plains.
A worthy centaur, truly. I will speak of his virtues. Phalion was a dutiful and loving son who hoped to carry on his father's work as Lorguard of his tribe. May we all be such faithful sons and daughters to our fathers. Phalion of the Nasiros, find now your eternal place. Find now the fate you deserve. You are released from this mortal tether. May unyielding Hades have mercy on your spirit.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you. When we get back to the village, we must tell Gelios of his son's fate. As for now, the first of the sacred Herms lies just over there.
I am the Wind Runner, the Spirit Guide. This land I call my own. Listen for me in the rustling leaves. Hear me in the ocean breeze. The Herm has been relit.
I've never understood the allure of Hermes. Bunch of gibberish.
The second Herm is in a cave to the east. Let's go. This is where I killed my first satyr. I was probably around 8 or 9. I was cleaning a manticore when it emerged from the jungle. Just in front of me. Next thing I knew, the satyr was lying on the ground, with an arrow through its eye. Nessus was the last to enter the jungle and return. He said the satyrs made a den in the cave ahead. During the day, they'll likely be outside. One of the sacred herms is inside the cave.
There are stories all around you, even in dark, secluded places. Share your stories. Mark the places where they were born. No greater gift can you give to one another. The herm has been relit.
Time to get out of this bug-ridden jungle.
To the ravine. The way across should be ready for us.
Atalanta, can you read this herm?
Leo lewamaxa, hypnage ni woyate toko tokatu. Here was the beast Hypnage first seen. Aleph lechiosokewan, the chief of the jungle now. Iwaka, iyuk omani leo, gazet awe le mache. Beware, all who travel here. Death stalks this land. Nessus made this herm, the last herm the Nisiros made on Saria. He went out alone into the jungle to place it, felt it was our duty to warn any who came here.
Atalanta, can you read this herm?
Kepa et oyeye waka. Te wapaze lecheacte, lechie omakunka. Call to the messenger. He will show you the bridge across the great ravine. Lycus himself carved this herm.
It's an overgrown weed.
There's no one here.
And no sign of Hypnage's lair either. Kichita. Not here, then where?
Let's look about. Keep our eyes open.
Jason, look! That fruit!
Not any fruit I've seen before.
Great. We came all this way for an odd-looking apple. Think it's got the blood of Hermes inside? Perhaps he copulated with a tree.
This is a caduceus tree. See the roots? They resemble the entwined snakes of Hermes' staff. I've never seen it bear fruit before. The centaurs say it blooms when Hermes has been near. It is also said that whomever eats of the fruit can see through the eyes of Hermes himself.
A sound idea. Eat some strange fruit no one's ever seen before. I can't imagine what could go wrong.
It's clear Hermes has led us to this fruit. I trust this is what he wants me to do. Atalanta. Achilles.
Don't worry about them. They're fine. You'll catch up to them in a moment.
Hermes? The fruit. I feel...
Sorry about the taste. Was aiming for a sort of pomegranate. Came out more like the sole of a sandal. Oh well.
I saw Alcime.
You saw lost spirits, your wife among them. Unlike the others, she is under my protection. For now.
What does this mean, Hermes? What is happening to her?
As a lost spirit, she will wander for eternity, slowly losing all memory of who she was in this world. Only you, who are most intimate with her, can perform the last rites to put her spirit to rest. Should you die during your quest to find the Golden Fleece,
then Alcime would be lost forever.
I know what you seek here, but the time is not yet right for the one who carries my blood to be revealed.
What would you have me do?
The Nasiros are a good people. You must end their suffering.
By slaying Hypnage?
There's another evil on Saria far greater than that. One you must uncover and destroy.
How?
The fruit has given you new eyes, ones that can peer into the spirit world itself. Go and find the lost spirits that roam this island, and give to them last rites. Talk to them. The dead hold the key, Jason. In their dwindling minds, you'll find the answers that you seek.
Easy there, Jason. I have a feeling that fruit's coming right back up.
I spoke with Hermes. We have more work to do.
So what now? Light more candles?
We must speak with the spirits of the dead. The fruit I ate allows me to see them. There's something going on here. Something more than just Hypnage.
What do you mean?
A greater evil. Hermes says the dead will tell us more.
A greater evil than Hypnage? But what?
A spirit. Do you see it?
No, I don't see anything.
Only I ate the fruit. Only I can see them then.
The jungle isn't safe. Not safe for anyone.
Hermes sent me to help you find rest, Spirit.
Run, my child! Run to safety!
Who is your child? Who do you tell to run?
Take me, but let her be!
How did you meet your end, Spirit?
We thought the cliffs were safe, but there was no danger there. Lysander, protect our daughter!
Lysander?
What? That's my father's name.
And your mother's?
It was Pelagia.
Your parents were the assassin and the oracle.
What? What are you talking about?
My wife was murdered because of a prophecy given to her father by the oracle Pelagia. For that she was marked for death by the Black Tongues. But the assassin sent to kill her instead fell in love. That assassin's name was Lysander. Together they fled and disappeared from history.
They came to Saria to hide.
The spirit before me is that of your mother, Pelagia.
Jason, what does she say?
Run, Atalanta, run!
She was killed on the cliffs near the village.
That's where we were attacked by the manticores. She held them off while I ran away. Jason, can you talk to her for me?
I'm sorry, Atalanta. She can't hear me. We must do as Hermes asked. Go to her final resting place and give her last rites. Hypnage's tracks. Can you see them?
Where? I see nothing.
Strange. This must be Hermes' site.
What is a black tongue doing with satyrs?
The satyrs are suspicious by nature. The Black Tongues must have been here some time to earn their trust. Here is where the Nisiros fought the satyrs, in a great battle. For 3 days we fought, every centaur who could hold a spear. Here, Jason. This is my mother's final resting place.
How do you know?
I just do. It's strange. I've been by this place 1,000 times. But after you spoke with my mother's spirit, it's as if I can sense her. I know she's here, Jason. Please, speak the rites.
As you say. Let the gods be witness to these last rites. Hear me, swift-heeled Hermes. Mark now the life song of Pelagia, wife of Lysander, an oracle of Apollo. Let this woman's virtue be a beacon for us who still live.
Pelagia was the embodiment of sacrifice. A caring wife and mother who thought only of others. Knowing that her love would be killed for sparing her, she gave up her sacred calling to flee with him. May we all show such sacrifice in the names of those we hold dear. Pelagia, wife of Lysander, find now your eternal place. Find now the fate you deserve. You are released from this mortal tether. May unyielding Hades have mercy on your spirit.
Where am I? Who are you?
Pelagia, I am Jason. There's someone you should meet.
You're my...
Atalanta. My beautiful Atalanta.
Mother!
You always had your father's eyes. Tell me, are you well, child?
Yes, Mother.
My Atalanta, please listen. It is difficult for me to see clearly. Your father's spirit still binds me here, and you must help him. Go and release him, so that together we may at last find peace.
Mother, I will find him. I promise.
My beautiful Atalanta.
Jason, what was your wife like?
Strong. Beautiful. Smart. Kind. She could fight. From where she comes from, everyone can fight.
I would like to meet her.
You will.
Killers and brutes, make my skin crawl.
What quarrel have you with the centaurs?
Damn beasts. Destroyed my village. My wife, dead. Children, butchered! Brutes, all of them. Cruel and malformed. But Gallus had his revenge, didn't he? Survivors, yes. We regrouped. Came on and drunk hollow wine. Sweet slaughter. Sweet vengeance.
How did you die, Callus?
A race without honor. Slit my throat in the night, and in my last rites.
Where's your body, Callus?
Trophy of the half-breeds? Left to rot. Balance still in my favor, though. Ha! Poor Nisiros. Only one Callus. Only wish I could cleanse Greece of more of their ilk.
I am Arctos, traveler.
You speak clearly for a spirit.
I was killed but recently. I recall Lycus saying that a spirit's senses dull the longer they go without last rites. Over time, I will only recall fragments of memories. But tell me, why has Hermes Swift Runner allowed you to see the dead?
To help restless spirits like you. To give you last rites.
Good luck with that. Hypnage killed me and dragged my body away. I hope I gave her a bellyache.
Hermes said by helping spirits find rest, we would uncover a great evil on Saria.
If he means Hypnage's secret, then perhaps I can prove him true.
What do you mean?
Hypnage attacked our hunting party. I was the first to fall. My spirit lingered, and I watched, hoping my tribesmen would finish the fight. Enraged by my death, they swarmed the beast. In the end, it vanished from their sight, but not from mine.
But you were dead.
So I was.
She entered the spirit realm.
That's her secret. That's how she cheats death. And since you now have Hermes' sight...
We can kill her.
Promise me something, friend. If you find my body, give me my last rites. But not before you destroy that thing. Let me leave this world knowing she has been stopped.
You have my word. Thank you, Arctos.
Arctos? You speak with Arctos?
Yes. His spirit is here.
He was my friend. There were times I didn't feel part of the tribe. Arctos always helped me when I felt that way. He showed me how the Nisiros hunt, and I showed him how I was taught. We learned from each other. Arctos was the first to try and hunt Hypnage. He actually used himself as bait to lure her out. He was also the first to survive. The first to make her disappear and run. But the damn thing got him in the end.
Tell her, friend. Tell her that Arctos has one last hunting tip for her.
Arctos has learned the beast's secret. It enters the spirit world when it vanishes.
Huh. Now that's a clever trick.
Hypnage's days are numbered.
Jason, over here! Left caps!
Left caps?
Our healer, Pantaleon, uses these mushrooms to numb the pain and speed the healing of our injured. The satyrs eat them, and use them to pacify their sacrifices. It's been harder and harder to find them. We must take these back to Pantaleon when we return to the village.
Gather them, Atalanta. Hurry.
Here's where I lived until the Nasiros came. The Herm here? I didn't know what it was then. He kept me company. I'd tell him how the hunt went, and he would listen. After a while, I didn't even have to talk. He'd just know. He was a good friend.
My love.
Spirit, can you hear me?
Forgive me. I thought we would be safe here.
Who is this love you seek?
I should have been with you. I'm sorry.
How did you die, Spirit?
I tried to find you, but you were gone. My only hope was that you had reached the shrine. I was on my way there. Before I reached the great castle, they swarmed on me. Too many, Elisha. Too many.
Lysander, I see the spirit of your father, Atalanta.
Jason, what does he say?
I failed you, Elisha.
He was killed by manticores, somewhere near the ravine.
We must do as Hermes asked. Find his final resting place and give to him last rites.
here, Jason. My father's final resting place. I can sense it. Speak the rites.
As you say. Let the gods be witness to these last rites. Hear me, stout-hearted Ares. Here is Lysander, husband of Pelagia. Let this man's virtue be a beacon for us who still live. Lysander was a loving man of family. He defied the Black Tongues and gave up all he had in the name of love. May we all show such devotion to those we love. Lysander, find now your eternal place. Find now the fate you deserve. You are released from this mortal tether. May unyielding Hades have mercy on your spirit.
What? Who are you?
Lysander, I am Jason, and this is...
Father, it's Atalanta.
Atalanta. Pelagia.
Lysander, at last we're free.
Pelagia, the prophecy you once gave to King Lycomedes, it involved my wife, Alcime. Do you remember?
A daughter with the blood of Ares. By her life, the dark titan is undone. By her death, the raven is released. Her warden holds her fate. Lycomedes thought he was his daughter's warden, but it is you of whom the prophecy speaks, traveler. Know this, warden. You still hold your love's fate in your hands. It all depends on you.
Hermes told us the spirits on Saria know of a great evil on this island.
Indeed. We know who controls the beast.
One of your own, Atalanta. A traitor.
A centaur? One of the Nisiros? Who?
Since they arrived, we've watched as the centaurs hunted the manticores to extinction.
But they didn't kill them all. One of the centaurs found the broodmother. In secret, he tamed it.
Tamed? Hypnage is tamed?
With dark sorcery, this centaur then changed the broodmother into the beast that now preys upon the tribe.
Nessus! You speak of Nessus!
Yes, daughter. That is his name.
This can't be.
He controls the beast, commands it, and he's trying to breed more.
We must go back. We must warn the village.
Our time here is at an end, daughter.
Know that you always have our love.
Father, I never thought I'd see you again. Every day I have thought of you. Every day I have missed you. I have a new tribe now, but I will carry you always in my heart. Father, Mother, find your way to Elysium. Jason, no matter what happens, I'll never forget this gift. One last moment with my family. Back in the village, I keep my father's spear. I want you to have it. As for Nessus, I'm going to tear out his heart!
Chop their arms off and make a saddle. Put a beak in the mouth. Ride one back to Arcadia.
Okay, me hola Leo.
Careful out there. May Hermes protect you.
The council should have been consulted before you let those strangers leave this village like us.
Atalanta, what is it?
It's Nessus. It's been Nessus all along. He controls Hypnage. He tamed her.
This jest is in poor taste, Atalanta.
She speaks the truth.
Who are you to say so? Deranged ramblings of an outsider. He spews lies to tear us apart. You can't take this seriously like us.
Jason, Atalanta, do you have proof?
I have only my word.
Without proof, there can be no challenge.
Then I'll kill him where he stands. He's a murderer. I will make him suffer.
Show your proof or close your mouth. I am an elder of this tribe. You may pretend to be one of us. This crippled fool may even indulge you, but you will never be Nisiro's girl.
So help me, I will pierce your lying tongue and pin it to your skull!
You prove my point. No Nisiros would kill another outside the law. Let loose your arrow. You'll be outcast forever and erased from the memory of this tribe.
Atalanta, this is not our way!
Atalanta, Stay your arm. We'll find the proof we need.
An arrow through the eye would be too good for you, Six-Hoof. I will undo you, Nessus. We will find the proof we need. And when I've disgraced you, then, and only then, will I pierce your black heart.
This human goes too far like us. The others will hear of this outrage.
Lycus, you believe me, don't you?
Of course. But proof is needed. Something to link Nessus to the beast. Think, my daughter. Where does your heart tell you Hypnage lives?
I've always thought she must live near where the satyrs leave their sacrifices. But I found nothing.
Things are different now. With Hermes' sight, I can see tracks that no one else can.
Then start your search there. I believe in you.
Atalanta, what news of Phaleon did you find him?
I'm sorry, Julius. We found your son too late. He's gone.
You are at Nash Gazette, Mihok Phaleon. You bear sad news, Jason.
His spirit was attended to. Hermes has charge of him now.
I thank you for that. I feared for his life, but an even greater fear was that his spirit would be lost forever.
Will you leave with the others now, Julius?
No, I will stay. My son has given everything for the Nisiros. How could I leave it behind now? I will compose my son's history and add it to our lore, so all will remember the sacrifice he made for Sarala.
You're back. Tell me you found some more left caps somewhere. We're completely out.
Atalanta spotted some.
Bless those sharp eyes, Wixie.
Make them last, Panta. The satyrs have picked the jungle nearly clean.
This will help a great deal. I thank you all.
One thing before we leave. What do you think of the punishment of Callus, Pantaleon?
A vile, outdated custom. A relic we took with us from our homeland of Arcadia. Those who cling to the tradition won't even say Callus's name, but I'm too busy to worry about such nonsense.
Thank you for your time, Pantaleon.
Atalanta, go get Panta some more left caps. I ate them all. Itome pokitaka.
Ichipe, Pantaleon. How many caps did you give him?
3. He got his skull bashed by a satyr sling.
3? He'll be flying for days. We'd best leave him be. Given the state he's in, there's no telling what he'll say.
Yes, Jason.
I don't wish to burden you in your time of grief. But what do you think of the punishment of Callus?
The blood of our people, including young ones, is on his hands. What troubles me is this. Without last rites, his murderous spirit now infests this land. If not for you, my own son Phaleon's spirit would still roam this island. By keeping Callus here, Agrio subjects the lost spirits of our people to that villain.
That's a sore subject, Jason. Don't press it.
Farewell, Gilios. May you find comfort.
find proof of Nessus's evil, and nothing will save him from our wrath.
You made it back. That's a relief. How can I help you?
Did you know Lycus before arriving on Saria?
Oh, we've been friends over a century now. Our tribes were briefly allied during the 1,000 Years' War.
Are your warriors that inept?
Our legend says the war began when two centaurs arrived at a river ford at the same time. Both insisted the other cross first, but neither would agree, not wanting to be beholden to the other. They ended up killing each other, and their tribes went to war after that.
The 1,000 years of strife over such a trivial matter. A shame.
You'll find few to argue with you here. That's why most of us wanted to find a better way of life.
I noticed Lycus has a lame front leg. Do you know how that happened?
Tell the tale, Croesus.
Back on Arcadia, Lycus had gathered most of his followers at the port of Oressa, from where we were to set sail. However, he learned of a small band of supporters from one of the remote tribes that hadn't yet arrived. Now, Lycus had made many enemies, those who viewed him as a troublemaker, a tribe splitter. One night, a horde of raiders under the command of an angry Aleph attacked our camp.
That was when Lycus was wounded. The healer says his leg would have mended had he rested after the battle.
That's right, Atalanta. But your father knew another attack would soon come. So he ordered us all to set sail while he raced off on that busted leg to find those stragglers. And he did find them, and he got them out of Arcadia, but he'll never run again because of it.
Croesus, what are your thoughts on that body that hangs in the village?
Well, I'll only say this. Not everyone supports the law that allows Agrios to keep that body there. I know Agrios is within his rights, but there are other centaurs who lost loved ones to that bastard. I'd say he delivered what justice was his to give. Now he denies the gods the judgment that is their due.
Good day, Croesus.
Find what you were looking for out there?
Not yet, Gorgodos. I'm in the mood for a little humor. Any new jests to tell?
Of course. Heard this one yet? What's the difference between my wife and Hypnage? One's an oversized, vicious, black-hearted centaur eater, and the other's Hypnage!
I'm sure your wife would love to hear that one, Gorgodos.
Let's hear another. Say, did I tell you the other day I saw a satyr and a goat walking past the village? I said, "You there, put that filthy thing on a leash." The goat says back, "I tried, but the damn thing wouldn't take to it."
Gorgodos, what are your thoughts about that body hanging in the village?
Complicated. Hard to make a joke about that. I know Agrios is within his rights, but there are other centaurs who lost loved ones to that bastard. Every new day, they step outside and they're greeted by a killer. Hard to move on.
Good day, Gorgodos.
You have Hermes' fortune to thank for your return, but I would not gamble further with your luck.
How do you feel about that body that hangs up there?
How do I feel? I feel pretty damn good about it. The only thing I worry about is whether or not Hades could make that bastard suffer more than he does now. An eternity as a lost spirit left to rot, or an eternity in the black lands of Tartarus. Tough choice, is it not? Now, why don't you mind your own business?
Back again, are you?
That man who hangs in your village. Tell me, what was his crime?
That is no man. That is a piece of offal, no longer fit to feed the crows. If you claim him as one of your kind, know this. He murdered 4 of my people. Now his remains serve as a warning. Take the life of an Isiros, and your spirit will be bound here forever.
Was his name Callus?
I believe that rotting husk was once called by that name.
I must give that man last rites.
Never! The spirit of that black heart will stay on Saria until the end of time.
By keeping him there, you hurt your own people more than Callus. What of the survivors of his attacks? The sight of his body keeps their grief fresh.
You think you can convince me that I hurt my own people? No! There is no greater punishment among the Nisiros. That rotting thing has been utterly erased, as if it had never been.
Callus is anything but erased. Anyone who comes here can't help but notice him. You've created a monument to his deeds by keeping him up there.
I have immortalized his shame. He serves as a warning. I may mourn the brother he took from me every time I see that damned corpse. But then, I know the bastard spirit is suffering, and I smile.
Agrios, I've spoken with the spirit of Callus. He hasn't changed, still vengeful and bitter. Hades won't be merciful, and you and I couldn't begin to imagine his divine torments.
Or so you say. As long as he's there, I know he suffers. What is it now?
About Callus.
You will never give last rites to that thing up there. Never! The spirit of that black heart will stay on Saria until the end of time.
You bring shame unto Hermes, the god your tribe professes to worship. Hermes is the spirit guide, and you keep him from his duty. On his sacred island, no less.
You think you can convince me that I offend the god of spirits? I save him the trouble. No! There is no greater punishment among the Nisiros. That rotting thing has been utterly erased, as if it had never been.
Hermes is displeased. By leaving Callus here, you've defiled his island.
Let Hermes think of Hermes. I will think of Nisiros. That thing stays where it is.
If you would truly erase him, then erase the scars he left behind. Release him. Bury his body from sight and mind. Let the loved ones of his victims heal. You know that's the right thing.
The suffering he caused can never be forgotten. As long as we suffer, so shall he. What is it now?
About Callus.
You will never give last rites to that thing up there. Never! The spirit of that black heart will stay on Saria until the end of time.
Were Callus judged by Hades, he would be sent to Tartarus and face far worse. You do him a favor.
Tartarus? Who knows of Tartarus? I have not been there. Have you? I want him rotting where I can see him. No! There is no greater punishment among the Nisiros. That rotting thing has been utterly erased, as if it had never been.
Any of the tortured spirits in Tartarus would gladly trade their place for his. Sisyphus, Tantalus, Ixion, and his Wheel of Fire.
He's had many years as a spirit to think on what he has done. What if he's found remorse? Then Hades might show mercy. He deserves no mercy.
Agrios, I've spoken with the spirit of Callus. He hasn't changed. Still vengeful and bitter. Hades won't be merciful. And you and I couldn't begin to imagine his divine torments.
I can imagine quite a bit. In that case, do it.
What?
Cut him down. Do whatever you want with his wretched body. I want Callus to experience this divine suffering you speak of.
Let the gods be witness to these last rites. Hear me, stout-hearted Ares. Here is Callus, warrior of Arcadia. Let this man's vice be a lesson to us who still live. Callus was a black-hearted killer of children and the innocent. May the gods protect us from such villainy, and from men like him. Callus of Arcadia, find now your eternal place. Find now the fate you deserve. You are released from this mortal tether. May unyielding Hades have mercy on your spirit.
So, you managed to wrest my body from those bastards spawn of whores and horses.
They're called centaurs, Callus. Remember that on your trip to Hades.
What is that horse lover doing with you? What have you done?
I served justice. No more, no less.
Just what do you mean by that?
I freed your spirit. You've been given last rites. Prepare for the underworld.
What have I to fear from Hades?
You'll find out soon enough.
You've murdered innocents, Callus.
I avenged my family!
Whose truth will Hades see? May you receive the fate you deserve.
Curse on you, horse lover! On all of you!
Atalanta, can you read this herm?
Of course. Leo, Hizele Nisiros. Here arrived the Nisiros. Ohaka Oto Weawape Lechie Lenotunka. After many months across the Great Sea. Ni Tuweya at Oyeye Waka. We were guided by the messenger. Asaria Niteka Wiki. To Saria, our new home. Bisa made this herm.